Brad is just full of heart. He is all goodness. He never has a bad thing to say about anybody. He always finds the best thing in any situation, good or bad. He can find the gold in anything. And he just, more than anything, wants to be a dad. And he finds a woman with 2 children, and they fall in love, and he just wants the children to love him and accept him as a dad. Which then, of course, there's a wrench thrown in it when Dusty comes along. And Dusty is not your normal, deadbeat dad. He's actually incredibly awesome at almost everything. Brad's parenting style is very sort of by the books because he wants to do such a good job, and he is sort of by the numbers, and he's read all the self-help books, and he really wants the children just to accept him and love him, and that's a hard battle for him at first. And then they start to come around, and of course it gets disrupted by Dusty, who is, he's super dad when he comes in, which is frustrating to the mother because he comes in from being away, and he gets to give them all, the candy and the parties and the fun stuff, and she has to be the disciplinarian. Mark has done so many interesting things in his life. He can do so many different things, and he walks in and he's cool, and so him playing the cool dad is perfect. And I think that Dusty compared to Brad, Will is all heart. He's very sweet. He's he has this quality that just comes across where you can't help but love him. He can do the silliest thing, and there's an excuse for it because you just love him so much. So I think that the 2 of them, I think you can see Sara in the middle between the 2 of them. Dusty represents sort of the old wild days, and Brad represents this more functional relationship that is full of love and affection that can last a long time. Sean's really, really a sweet person, and it's so fun to watch him direct the kids because he's so delicate and sweet and so genuinely excited about everything. I don't know, I feel like Sean's the type of person you feel like you've known, like you feel like you grew up with him or went to high school with him or something. He just has a really nice way about him. Everything that comes out of their mouth is just precious and real and hilarious, and sometimes they have to say some really terrible things, which I always look to their parents to see if their parents are cringing in the corner, but they're so good about it. They're really, really sweet kids, and they get along really well. This movie is about a family, and it's about a stepfather who really is devoted to the children, and a father who comes back into the picture who doesn't want somebody so devoted to his own children, and sort of learning to be one family instead of splintered units.